Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So in today's video we have the review for you for the YouMedi magnetic stand for the iPro 11 inch. Now this is a foldable stand as well, so it can compact right down. As you will note if you buy this thing and unpackage it yourself, it's like flat. Anyways, so first, second, third, and Air 4th gen also supported. Now they do have a version for the 12.9 inch iPads. It's going to be a couple of dollars more, probably because you got a little bit more metal there, I guess. Anyways, $59.99 Canadian, but you do get a $5 off coupon. I actually got a really nice coupon on mine. I actually saved almost 20 bucks. But anyways, it's normally $55.99. And it says $6 coupon applied at checkout. Okay, so there you go. Anyways, as for the stand, I've had it for a few days now. I did an initial video for you guys, first impression. So this is the reviews of the products that I bought for my iPad Pro 11 inch. And so far, I gotta tell you, after using it for a few days, working at the kinks, I definitely would say, yeah, it's worth buying, okay? But there's always a but, right? Well, here's the deal. You can't use your existing case on your iPad if you're a case user, because otherwise it's not going to stick right, because there's always a little camera bump thing on the cases to help protect your camera on the back a little bit. And where this thing lines up and how it lines up, yeah, it kind of pushes it away from the thing a little bit, so it's not going to allow the magnets to be strong enough to hold the iPad in place properly. But if you remove your case, then yep, it's plenty strong. No problems whatsoever. The other bonus is this thing will rotate around 360 degrees. Okay? Now, there's usually two stickers here. One that shows where the camera alignment is. Your camera sits above this top frame. It does not sit within anywhere because, as you can see, no camera hole, right? So the camera just misses it by just a little over a 1/16 of an inch when it's perfectly aligned. And yeah, so it's pretty well made as far as precision goes. And it's the right width and everything else. They say with your swipe on your iPad, that has to be the same direction as this line here when you put your iPad on there, okay? Now, if I can just rotate this thing around for you, because I've got cables plugged in. We'll talk about the hub in the next video. So this is the back side of the unit here, okay? And as you can see, you've got your swivel part here. You've got your tilt here as well, okay? And also another tilt bar here. So you could literally set your iPad kind of like down like this even, and it'd be kind of cool. And it'll stay stationary and it'll work well. There are certain angles where it would make it tipsy forward, so that you'll have to be mindful of yourself on that one. But otherwise, it is rock solid. And if we throw our iPad on here, it just seems to pop itself right into alignment just fine, okay? And then of course we can turn on our iPad. Now, I'm generally at pretty much an angle like this, okay? Just let me see if I can get this back to the way I had it. Something around there. And swipe and away we go. So our iPad's on there. Now if we take a look at the back side here, you can see how things align in the back. And your camera just misses. Like, it's got just enough of a gap there. And it goes all the way around the border edge just perfectly fine. So it works really, really well. I had looked at other stands, and there's not a whole lot of them that are specific for the iPad Pro 11. And there were some that, you know, you have the hook thing, no magnetic thing, right? Which, when you think about it, Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to yawn there. Apologize. It's 7:46 in the morning. Rough sleep. But anyways, I could have got one of the other type of stands, and then I'd have no problem using my case. The one thing I do find a little bit inconvenient for me is because I am a case user. I like to protect my investment. And I also have tempered glass, but the tempered glass doesn't make any difference here. That's on the front. But it does create a bit of an inconvenience if you are a case user. You're going to have to take your case on and off between being on the stand or being portable. Okay, but it's not a massive inconvenience. The only thing I'm concerned with is the long-term wear and tear on my case, which I guess we'll find out how that's going to go. That'll tell us a lot about the case quality of going on and on, off and on the iPad to a certain point. But generally, when you put a case on, you leave it on, right? And I like the clear ESR cases because they're very slim, they're very basic cases, they offer a ton of protection. I've never had an issue using one of these cases with a phone before, and I still have one on my iPhone 12 mini once again. And I really like them because it keeps the device feeling comfortable and itself, more or less, because it doesn't add a lot to it, right? But yeah, I think the stand is definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the money. There are more expensive stands out there that aren't even magnetic. And I like the idea of the magnetic thing, and it's kind of like a hovering in the air kind of thing, which is kind of neat too. But it is plenty strong, but you will have to make sure that you grip your iPad and the stand when you're rotating, because if you grab just your iPad, you could actually pull it off, right? So that's something to just be aware of, okay? And this will probably loosen up a little bit with time, but I don't see it loosening up very much, okay, at all. So, that's also good. So it's definitely a quality made product for the money, okay? Now, I'm not just saying this stuff because I'm the very first person on the planet to review this thing. I'm just saying it because that's how I feel about it, okay? I was a little leery too because it's kind of like nobody's actually bought this thing. Like, why not? There's a lot of iPad 11 Pro users out there, right? But then you got to think we all have different taste, and maybe somebody saw this and thought that looks a little chintzy to me. Well, it's not chintzy. It's all metal construction. All the pivot points are stiff as nails. I mean, it's good. And you want that. You don't want anything loose and floppy, right? So, but anyways, that's pretty much about summing it up as far as that sort of thing goes. Now, they do say the word compatible phone models. Obviously, this product is likely made in China. I have no idea, but they use the word phone. And it's not a phone, it's an iPad. But it says iPad Pro 11 inch first gen, Pro 11 second, Pro 11 third, Pro 11 Air fourth gen. Now, I don't recall this ever being by Apple called an Air, but yeah, it'll probably just fit the Air fourth gen period. But it is a fourth gen, but I don't recall them ever using the word Air in the title. Actually, we should actually take a quick fast look at that. That's got me curious. What did I buy? Did I buy an Air? iPad Pro. Yeah, it doesn't say nothing about Air. This is an M2 processor in this puppy. Like, seriously. Like, this is not an Air. They just call it iPad Pro 11 inch M2. Yeah, no mention of the word Air anywhere in there. Anyhow, doesn't matter. It fits. It's for this thing. It works properly. It's all that matters the most, okay? And they do carry it, like I said, for the 12.9 inch as well. So if you have a 12.9 inch Pro, then it's definitely going to fit it. But don't buy the 11 expecting the 12 Pro to fit. Probably not going to fit, so buy the proper one for the proper tablet is the idea here. But if you click on the YouMedi linked brand up top, that's where you're going to find really fast the 12.9 inch one. I'm going to provide you the link in the in the description below for the Amazon link for this specific one, but click on that brand title if you're looking for the one for the 12.9 inch. It looks exactly the same. It's just that it's for the 12. And you'll find a few other things that they sell on their store as well, which, yeah, not computer related, but yeah, it's okay. They do have departments like electronics department, etc. And I just clicked on that and it didn't change anything. Oh yeah, I think they need to add some stuff to their lineup here. But for being $55 Canadian, you get a little coupon to save a couple bucks more. It's definitely worth the money. Even at $55.99 Canadian, to me, it's worth the money if you paid just that price and the tax. In the States, you can get these too, no problem, I'm sure. Check your Amazon.com website and look these things up, and I'm sure you'll find them there for your US dollars, which is far cheaper than Canadian at this point. Our dollar sucks so bad right now. I think it's been the worst in decades. But overall, I'm having a great experience with it. It saves me a lot of desk space. It does its thing, and I am quite content with it. So try one out yourself, see what you think. I will give this a 4.5 out of 5. That is my thinking on it. Now, I have done an online review, but I had to say overall was 4 because for some reason I can't get it to say 4.5. I don't know how you got to work your magic stars with the other selections to make that happen. So I did do an online review on the Amazon webpage, and yeah, I gave it an easy 4 basically on there because, yeah. But for you guys to know the actual 4.5 out of 5 is where I'm at with this thing. It's not perfect. You definitely can't use your case with it, which is probably the biggest disappointment I have with it. But otherwise, yeah, you know, it's perfectly fine to pop your case on and off if you don't mind doing that. But if you're not a case user, well, guess what? You have absolutely nothing to worry about, so you're all good there. And I know a lot of people don't use cases. Anyhow, that's what I got for you on this one. Stay tuned because we are going to talk next about this hub that I picked up for it and go through that one. So in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.